Hello, welcome to my studio. Come on in. Welcome! So I'm not sure why, but a lot of you requested that I do a tour of this room, so we're gonna have a little tour of this room. Starting with this space. This is my cutting table. Get a lot of questions about it. My dad made it for me, so it's not something that you can buy, unfortunately, but it's a 4x8, so it's very large. This cutting mat I got also custom made. I'll link it down below if I can find it in my emails. It's also 4x8, so it fits on the table perfectly, and it's really nice because it has the little measuring guide under, so I can cut straight on it without having to measure stuff, which is really nice. I use my little rotary cutters on here, which a lot of people also ask me about. This little area is honestly kind of a mess. I have my new collection fabrics here. They just don't fit anywhere else, as you can tell by the giant roll I have, so I don't know what to do with them other than to put them on the ground. Those two machines are not functional right now, so I need to, fix that. These are my patterns. These are literally from school, but I use them all the time still. And all the other ones that don't fit are all the way down here. They're not very organized. I don't know how to organize them, still figuring that one out, but they're all there, kind of fun. This is my ring light for my professional TikToks. Love that for me. Have a bunch of random things here that are irrelevant. They've just been there for years, so they're still there. Stickers, never use them. Painting supplies, don't know her. Festive decor, what does that even mean? I don't know. Anyway, this is my portfolio from college, but we're not gonna look into that either because drawing is not my forte. Here's my guitar and my baby guitar, my ukulele. It looks like a little mother-daughter duo here. Kind of cute, I like it. I have a big world map. Because, when the world is normal, I usually travel. I have all my fabrics down here. These are usually my more current fabrics. So I have all of my remnant fabrics that I buy over here. Stuff that I'm gonna use soon. All these denim scraps too. I have my shipping supplies over here and in here. That's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know, my tissue paper, my note cards, all that stuff. And all my mailers and stickers are in here. This corner, we ignore that one too. It's just my pattern paper and my oak tag, and I don't know where else to put them other than that corner, so they just sit there. This is where I keep more fabric because I clearly don't have enough. All of these are also categorized. These are all my scraps. So I have them all by colors and by patterns and such. These are all my custom orders. Well, not all of them because there's a bunch over here that I just never put up, and some missing pictures of things we don't talk about. So, yeah. This is an array of weird decorations that I've just had. A lot of these are from New York that I just didn't know where to put, but I was like, eventually I might want them, so I'll keep them for now. Not much to it. I've never lit this candle in my life. I've never watered this little plant, and I feel very sorry for it. But you know what? It's still going strong after a year of just being kept in there with nothing, so. This cart is the most unorganized part of this entire studio because I still don't know how to organize this. A bunch of rolls of elastic, all of my zippers are down here, and just other little trims and ribbons and stuff like that. This pegboard, my dad also made me. I have a lot of scissors. You do not need this many scissors. I really don't know why I have this many scissors, but I do. I have all my chains on there, all of my embroidery threads, my serger threads, and my other threads all color-coded, even though I only ever use 3 colors ever. But just in case, we'll have a whole rainbow. Oh wait, my embroidery machine. This is my embroidery machine. It's a P800, a brother, and she's great. There's not much to it. She gets her own desk. This is my, I guess, inspo board / I just had this board up for years and needed to fill it up with more recent things, so I just filled it up with more recent things when I moved back home in March. So I have a bunch of random pictures that I found lying around, family pictures and inspo pictures, places I like. A lot of these are my own pictures, to be honest. This one's mine. That one's mine. These are mine. This one's mine too. And that one. Oh, that one's beautiful. That is the dream, let me tell you. Dream house ceiling. Anyway, not much to it. My failed 2020 graduation little tassel that came in after my graduation, so I never actually used it. But we just hang it up, for memories of my awful graduation. That didn't happen. Anyway, yeah, just fun things. I think it's important to just have things you love surround you at all times. Happy, fun little memories, if you will. All these pictures at the bottom are super random, but my friend Emily got me those back in sophomore year, I think, or senior year. I don't know, but they're all random things from that time in my life. This is my serger. It's a Juki MO623, which is different from the one that you've probably seen me use because that one failed me and I have yet to get it fixed. So I got this off Facebook Marketplace because we were desperate. But I do want to get my other one fixed anyway, but still haven't done that. Over here is my little teeny tiny ironing board. It's really cute. The only reason I have this is literally because I used it in New York where I couldn't have an actual ironing board, but I needed one, so I bought a little tiny one. And it honestly fits really well at the end of this table, so I just kind of keep it here for whenever I need to iron out like seams or whatever I'm doing. Very handy. This is my best friend. She doesn't have a name, but she's very helpful, you know? We hang out a lot, and this is really depressing. Yeah, this is an industry size 4 mannequin. My parents got it for me for graduation, so I actually have no clue where they got it off of. But if I find it, I will link it down below because I get a lot of questions on it too. But these are the actual like industrial ones, so they're definitely the more expensive ones, but it's really nice because it is like the industry standard sizing, because obviously mannequins have different sizing. So this is like the actual industry size 4, which is nice. She's a little bit bigger than me, which is a little unfortunate, but it works out. This wall is atrocious, to say the least. But I just haven't bothered to take it down because I did this wall back when I was like 15 and I literally did a video on it, so you can probably scroll back on my YouTube channel and find it. Probably some like DIY wall art. When I left for college, I just didn't care to like change it, and then I came back and I'm moving out soon, so I don't care to change it again. So it's just been there and it's kind of embarrassing, but like whatever. Honestly, at least the color scheme is okay, you know? At least Natalia got that right. So we're not gonna pay attention to that too much. That is not coming with me, I'll tell you that. I have these fun mirrors, which are super random because this one's literally useless. I can barely see the top of my head with it, so like, great. And that is just screams 2013, let me tell you. But again, too lazy to take it down, so it's still there, but it's fine. Anyway, here's my rack of clothing. Usually I have my newest collection on here just in case I want to take pictures of it or TikToks with it or whatever it may be. So that's what I usually keep here. I don't really need a double rack. I don't know why I have a double one. I bought it back in like high school thinking that I was gonna need it and then didn't need it. So it just is obnoxiously large. This is my desk area. This is where I spend all of my days. And you see me vlog from like this angle all the time. I literally put the camera on top of my sewing machine because I'm too lazy to get my tripod. And then I just like back up as much as I need to be to get into the frame. So that's where I usually film from. These speakers are really, really old. They are my dad's from like who knows when. So I took them because he didn't want them and I didn't want to buy myself any, so took them, and they're really nice. This record player, useless. Never use it. This little FIT pig, the only thing I ever bought at FIT. This is the extent of my school spirit, which is pretty cute. This is my inspo board. It is pretty much my Pinterest in a collage form. This is where I guess, inspire myself. I don't know. I just think it looks pretty. It's pretty much my style into like a collage. A lot of 90s runway, a lot of 50s-esque things, and that's pretty much it. I don't know, very classy, very neutral as well, which we love. My desk area, not much to it. I have a bunch of random like notebooks and notepads and post-it notes to write down things because I literally just write a bunch of things all the time 24/7. I got a desktop because it's easier to work on. I used to only have my laptop, which was fine, works fine, but like it's just nicer to have a desktop when you're doing so many emails and doing so much editing and all of that stuff. Also, my printer, my label printer, my Rolo printer, she works great. I get a lot of questions on it. I will link it down below as well. There's that. She prints out my labels. It's really nice. This little thing of stuff is mostly stuff from Italy. This is from the Yves Saint Laurent Museum. This is from one of the museums I went to. Oh no, wait, this is from this one couture house in Paris that we visited. It's where they make all the little like flowers. This Chanel flower and stuff, they make it there. So we went to the actual like place where they do it. That's a little postcard from there. Gucci Garden postcard, you know, all the good stuff. And a random St. Michael the Archangel bookmark that I found at the first day I went to Mass in New York. It was sitting at the pew, so I took it. Hope it was nobody's because I kept it. Oops. Anyway, that's my shipping map too of places I've shipped to. Obviously all the states. I have countries listed on the side, but yeah, we're almost to all 50 states. Kind of cool. So that's a thing. This is my sewing machine. I have a Janome Magnolia 7330. Get asked about it a lot. I really love it. It's not like an industrial machine, but it's above beginner. I would say it's like a good intermediate because it is expensive, but like nothing crazy either. But it works really well, I really like it. These are all of my little zero waste jars. I keep all of my scraps of things as I sew. Obviously, like a lot of threads and stuff, they're all color coded. And eventually, once they get super full, then I will transfer them into all my bins back there. But I like to keep them on hand when I'm sewing so I can put in all my threads as I go. So there's that. And move this over. This is my thing of a lot of little things. That was a great description. Anyway, I have things like all of my needles on here. I have a bunch of buttons on here. All my bobbins are in here. Like my different machine foot things and I don't know, just a bunch of random stuff. It's a really good way to keep all my little things organized because there's so many like tiny things that can go along with like sewing and stuff. So that's a good way to keep it organized. It's definitely not full. I think it's like halfway full only, but it's really nice. I'll also link that down below if I find it. This is a random inspo board because I wanted to fill empty space. I literally just like did not like the fact that this was empty, so I filled it with some fun, you know, romantic vibes because we love that. And that's my orchestra varsity letter because I was not cool in high school. This is my other machine. This is the Janome 2212. I don't really use it much. I have it just in case I ever want to have people help me, but I am also very bad at asking for help, so I haven't actually used it much. But it is there in the hopes of one day not being the only one sewing everything. So she's there. Is that everything?
Yeah, I think so.
I literally don't know. That's it. That's my studio space. That's not gonna be much longer because I'm moving out. But here it is. Here's what we started with. I'm literally moving out in like a month, so I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing again in a different space, so you'll see that too. But that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my room, studio, whatever you want to call it, sewing space. I don't know. Anyway, feel free to follow my social media if you would like. My Instagrams are down below. I say plural because I have two. That sounded weird, but like, and yeah, you know, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. It's kind of fun. We have a good time on this channel, and yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Bye.